I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen and another episode of What's for Dinner. Tonight we have a super quick beef and veggie stir fry that's perfect for a busy night. You're not going to believe what we use for our beef in this because it's going to come together super fast and it might surprise you. So let's go have a look at how we make this. We're going to get started. I'm just going to briefly go over the ingredients and then we're going to head on over to the stove and throw this super quick beef and veggie stir fry together. We are going to use these Steak-Eze steaks once again. I'm going to be using one sleeve, which is just 4 of these little steaks, because we're going to really load this up with veggies. But the Steak-Eze is good for more than just your Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. There are so many possibilities with these things. I am not kidding. And Steak-Eze does not sponsor this video. I'm just sharing this information with you because I think this is a really great product and everybody would love it. Okay, so we're going to use the Steak-Eze. I have 2 8-ounce bags of frozen broccoli florets that I have thawed out and they're ready to go. I have 8 ounces of snow peas. I have 1 very large zucchini that I have cut into strips. I have 1 8-ounce package of mushrooms that are sliced. I have a large yellow onion that I have quartered and sliced. I have 4 cloves of garlic that I have minced and a tablespoon of ginger paste, or you can use a tablespoon of freshly grated ginger. We're also going to use an 8-ounce bottle of oyster sauce, and this is the bottle that I used, but I added a little water to this to thin it out because we're going to make a whole sauce going on here. And we're also going to use some honey, some sambal, which is a chili paste, some sesame oil, and some soy sauce. And then I have a little just neutral vegetable oil. This is a sunflower oil that we're going to use to get everything started. Super easy, super fast weeknight stir fry, and we're going to use this steak meat to get it started because it's going to take no time at all. Remember, this is a fresh sirloin steak that has been thinly sliced and then it's kind of been rolled up in these nice little steaks so that they're easy to cook and you can do so much with these. So we're going to go over to the stove and we're going to get started. I just want to mix up our sauce before we go over to the stove and start. This is a 9-ounce bottle of oyster sauce because that's the only size I could get at the grocery store today. So what I did was I poured it out into that jar, and then I put hot water in this jar about this far up, and I gave it a good shake because I wanted to get all that stuff out of there. Because a lot of it will stick and cling to the inside of the jar, and you know, you hear me say it all the time, we paid for it, we may as well get it out of there, right? I also have a 1/2 cup of soy sauce that I'm going to add. I have about a 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil. That's toasted sesame oil. I'm going to go with about a tablespoon of honey, or if you want to throw some brown sugar in here, that'll be good too. And then I have some sambal. This is completely optional. I'm only going to use about that much, okay? It's spicy, but it's not like blow your head off spicy. It's just nice and warm, okay? If you've never tried sambal, it's really nice, and this little jar will last you a very long time in your refrigerator. It's not as hot as sriracha, but it's nice. Okay, there's our sauce. All right, back over to the stove. All right, I have the oil here in the pan, and it's gonna splatter. And now we're just going to cook these steaks off until they're done, and then we'll be back and we'll add everything else to the pan. Okay, our meat is done and it's ready to come out of the pan. This is one of those 2-part processes for this stir fry. So I'm just going to take my slotted spoon and I'm going to remove as much meat as I can from the pan. We're not going to get too fancy here. We're not going to wipe the pan out or anything. We're just going to get as much meat out as we can. And leave the little bit of fat that's left behind. I mean, really, there's not that much. These Steak-Eze steaks are really lean, and I really love that. Okay, so What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get my garlic in there and my ginger, and I'm going to get it into the bottom of the pan, into that oil that's down in there. Get that sauteing, and then I'm just going to take all of these veggies, except for the broccoli, because the broccoli's already cooked. And I'm going to give this a good toss. It smells incredible already. Mm-hmm. That ginger and garlic, you know, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, our veggies have been steam sauteing for about 5 minutes. Everything is nice and tender, but not mushy. That's the important part. I'm going to go ahead and add the broccoli in here. You can use whatever frozen broccoli you like. You can steam fresh broccoli, but you're going to need to do this ahead of time. We're going to put our steak meat in here. Give that a toss. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we've got our sauce that I stirred up before. And we're going to go ahead and just put that in there. And I have to tell you, this sauce tastes amazing. Okay, just kind of toss the veggies and the meat in that sauce. Now, I know it's a little bit loose, but that's okay, because we're going to add a cornstarch slurry in here. And I have about a half a cup of water and 2 heaping spoonfuls, and I'll give you a measurement in the recipe, of cornstarch. Now just keep this over your flame until it starts to thicken up, and it will coat the veggies and the meat, and this great stir fry is going to be almost finished here. Okay, once it starts to boil, it's going to become nice and glossy. Now keep in mind, I like quite a bit of sauce in this dish because we're going to serve it over rice, and I like that. And when there's not enough sauce, it's always so sad to me, because then not everybody gets an equal ratio of sauce to rice and all this veggie goodness and everything else. So anyway, this is ready to serve, and we will meet you back at the counter, and we will fix you a plate, because I know you're hungry. All right, there you have it. A beautiful dish of beef and vegetable stir fry, a little bit of rice on the side. I think we're ready to eat dinner. This came together in no time. You can definitely have this on the table in under a half an hour and make your hungry family happy, especially even on the busiest weeknight. So I hope you give this a try. Remember, those Steak-Eze steaks are really easy to use, and they're better, well, they're good for more than just a cheesesteak sandwich. You can do a lot with them, and I plan on exploring all of those possibilities here in the near future. So I will be sure and share those with you. So I hope that you give this a try, and I hope that you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. In my kitchen today, I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber, so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating.